Hey there, this is Combat Painter's Winter Tabletop Baseball channel. I'm broadcasting a game in the bottom of the ninth inning using Payoff Pitch. It's the Braves in New York at Citi Field. They're playing the Mets, and Shane Carl is pitching for the Braves here in the bottom of the ninth. Now, it's been a seesaw battle, and the Mets in the bottom of the seventh with deGrom took a 1-0 lead, but by the top of the eighth, deGrom was pulled in a double switch, and Gesellman came in and promptly walked the leadoff batter Enciarte, and he was replaced quickly by Ramos, who gave up a single and a double. And then Blevins came in. He walked Markakis, and it was basically the Braves took a 2-1 lead. Then in the bottom of the eighth, a home run by Cabrera tied the game. A double by Cespedes and an RBI single by Todd Frazier gave the Mets a 3-2 lead. In the top of the ninth, Juris Familia in for the save and blew it. It was a leadoff double by Swanson. 2 strikeouts, one to Flaherty and another one to pinch hitter Tucker. And then it was with 2 outs, Ender Enciarte lined a base hit to center field off of Familia, which drove in Swanson to tie the game at 3. And that's where we stand here in the bottom of the ninth. It's going to be Juan Lagares facing Shane Carl. And Payoff Pitch. You first roll 2 6-sided dice, and that's a 7. You look at the in play off Carl. Now you're going to roll 2 D10s, and that's, you read the black first. It's 65 off a right-handed pitcher in the in play. We're going to go to in play off a right-handed pitcher. It's 65, and that's going to take him into his out section, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. So Lagares grounds out 5-3, 1 away. Next is going to be Rosario, Ahmed Rosario. So we roll to see where on the pitcher's card it land, or where on the batter's card it will be. It's an 8, and you look tough. That's an advantage for the pitcher there. And then your 36 under tough is going to be a strikeout. 2 outs now. And then it's the pitcher's spot. The pitcher's spot. So what we're going to do is a pinch hitter, bring in a pinch hitter for the Mets. And it's going to be Michael Conforto. So Conforto is going to pinch hit Michael Conforto is going to pinch hit against Shane Carl. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. It's a 3-3 tie. Braves at New York. And it's a 10, and that's going to be patient. So we're going to look at Conforto's patient section, and that's a 60. 60 under patient is a walk. So Conforto draws a walk. 2 out, and Conforto is at first base. And next is going to be Thomas Nido off of Shane Carl, and that's a 7. That's going to be in play. And that's a 19, in play 19, and that's going to be a line drive, base hit, single for Nido. And runner is going to advance 2 bases, and going to third is going to be Conforto. So we have runners on first and third now. The winning run, 90 feet away. Thomas Nido singles against Carl. And now it's going to be Cabrera, the switch hitter, with 2 outs in the ninth. let's see. We want Cabrera batting from the left side. So we're going to bring in a righty, which we have already. I just don't know if Shane Carl is the one to have. You know, we're going to stick with Carl right now. See what happens here. Asdrubal Cabrera. See where it is off the card. It's going to be patient. And Cabrera, let's see what the roll is, 73, patient 73. That's going to be off the out section. 73 is going to be a ground ball hit right at the shortstop. Flips to second for the force out. And out number 3 of the inning. So we go into the top of the 10th now. And it's going to be Hansel Robles coming in to pitch to Ozzie Albies, who's going to lead it off. So Robles is going to be, we're running out of colors here already. Let's see, we got blue, we don't have green, so we're going to make Robles green. Here in the top of the 10th inning, he'll face, definitely will face at least 3 batters, so we're going to do that. Oh wait, Robles pitched already, so we can't bring Robles in. We have, you know what? We have Swarzak. And he hasn't pitched, so we're going to bring in Swarzak. And he'll be yellow, or green rather. Anthony Swarzak had a 6.15 ERA. Not a very good year. But at this point in the season, the 7th start for deGrom, you really didn't know how badly Swarzak was going to be, did you? So I'm bringing him in as if he were, you know, Raleigh Fingers or Mariano Rivera here. And Anthony Swarzak is going to pitch to Albies, and we're going to roll to see what happens off of Swarzak's card. It's a 7. It's tough. And it's going to be a 15. A tough 15 is a strikeout. So Albies strikes out. And it's 1-1 for Swarzak. Next batter is going to be Ronald Acuna. Ronnie Acuna. And it's an 8. It's off the tough section of Acuna's card. And that's a 10. And that's a strikeout. Two outs now. And it's Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman, the lefty, had an outstanding season, an MVP kind of season with 23 home runs and a 309 batting average. His on-base percentage was near 400 at 385. He had 44 doubles, 23 home runs. And here's the pitch. Well, here's to see off of where it's off of. It's off of Swarzak's tough. That means it's going to be on Freeman's tough, and that's a 50, and that's a single. Base hit. 2-out base hit, 2-out single for Freeman. Nick Markakis. It's an 11. 11 is going to be patient. That's good for the batter. Patient. That's going to be 22. Patient. That's going to be a walk. So first and second now for the Braves. Braves have a pretty good ball club. Tyler Flowers, the catcher, decent hitting catcher, batted against righties. Didn't bat as well as he did against lefties. Batted 184 against righties, but 348 against lefties. Seven, and that's going to be tough. So we look at the tough. 52, and that's a strikeout. So that's 3 strikeouts for Swarzak. He came in and struck out the side with a single and a walk sandwich in there. And leading it off now, it's going to be Flores. Flores is going to be facing Shane Carl. Eight. We look up here, it's off the tough section of Flores' card. 26, excuse me, 26. It's going to be a double. So Wilmer gets a hold of one, drives it into the gap for a 2-bagger. So Wilmer is at second base. And we're going to bring in Reyes to pinch run. Reyes will pinch run. And Reyes is a lot quicker than, and then we'll have Gonzalez if the game continues. But it's a leadoff double by Wilmer Flores. Always came through big with the Mets because he is now no longer part of the Mets organization, unfortunately. So Reyes will be running now. Reyes has good speed. He runs at a 7, so that'll allow him to score on a single once there's 2 outs. Otherwise, it will give him an advantage on the bases. So Yoenis Cespedes facing Shane Carl. Runner, it's a leadoff double for Flores. And Reyes takes his leadoff second, and let's see where it's off of. It's 5. It's going to be in play. That looks like that could be trouble in play. So anything below a 48, and that's definitely going to be within a 48. It's a 4, and that's going to be a double, and ball game is over. Cespedes hits one off the wall, drives home Reyes, pinch running for Flores, and the Mets win it just like that. The Mets win it by a score of 4-3. Yoenis Cespedes, crowd's going crazy, celebrating, getting mobbed at the plate. The Mets win this one in the bottom of the 10th. Back-to-back doubles by Flores and Cespedes off of Shane Carl. Had a good season for the Braves at 2.86 with 4-1. So there you go. 80-90% of this game is off the cards. Love it because of that. There's a couple of charts, but they're very, very easy to read. There's some great tutorials online by a bunch of different guys. And you watch a couple of those, and then you get the rules. You get a lot of bang for your buck here. A very, very high quality product. Look at the quality of these cards. Kind of glossy, nice, thick, right? Glossy cards, semi-glossy cards. Very, very high quality pitcher hitting cards. Then you have the FACs. And they are also very, very high quality, very easy to handle. Okay, cut perfectly, very, very nice, very, very affordably priced, reasonably priced, if you will. And then you have just a couple of charts. You have the ballpark card, which guides a lot of some of what goes on, the defense mainly. So very, very little chart lookup. So I love this. I love this game. A lot of fun, and I always love new stuff. And this is it for this. This is start number 7 for deGrom. deGrom gets a no decision in this one, even though the Mets pull it out in 10 innings, back-to-back doubles. deGrom gets a no decision. His record stands at 4-0, and I believe at this point in the season, in the actual season, he was 3-0. So I think what I have to start doing is pulling him out earlier in the game to replicate that 10-9, because he's dominating to the point where you could leave him in, 7, 8 innings almost every start. But I was looking over how he was used, and a lot of times he didn't go much farther than 6 because he was in very close games. So they pulled him for pinch hitters. I have to start doing that a little bit more. Like in this game, he left with a 1-0 lead, but Atlanta came right back, and he wasn't in the game anymore, so he lost the opportunity for the win. And this happened to him very, very often. The bullpen never really supported his masterful efforts on the mound. So that's where we are at, and this is start number 7. He is 4-0 at this point, and we're going to number 8 in Philadelphia. Now, Baseball Demos, Dave is doing the same replay, so I watch his replays and I compare it to my own replays, and it's a lot of fun for me. And I encourage you to watch those replays, which are fascinating. And I'll keep you guys up to date here and there with later inning presentations, broadcasts, to not make it go so long. But I really love watching the games from inning 1 to inning 9 or 10. And a lot of the guys. Check out Stratomatic's tutorial, which is outstanding. It's about a 54-minute tutorial, but he really slows it down and goes into every aspect and shows you everything. And he really takes his time. So that's very fundamental. It's a fundamental, which is what my brain likes to have, because I really like to know more or less what I'm doing before I get into it. I don't like to be fumbling about all that much. I mean, even though I still do. But that said, that's the game. Mets win it in the bottom of the 10th. Walk-off double by Yoenis Cespedes. He finished the day actually 3 for 4. He had 2 doubles, the game-winning double, and an RBI and a walk. So he was 3 for 4 on the day. Thank you guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed it.